and the Brit locked me into prison. Threw away the key and won't let me out. I'm stuck here with this ugly gnome, but he ain't got the key. It's around Alfred's neck and he done run away. So I'm stuck here in the Yankee and the Brit jail.
Hey y'all, this is Austin Zachary and you're listening to the Yankee and the Brit.
It was
Drink a beer, Curtis Brawley. Yes, sir. It's a song you can drink a beer to. Come on. What's going on, everybody? Friday night, Yankee and the Brit over here. Howdy, howdy. What's happening? What's going on? What are you doing? And happy birthday, Sir Thomas.
Yes, happy birthday.
Yes.
It's only right that we break into some music for him, isn't it?
We have to do something for Thomas. Thomas, get a Q-tip, clean your ears out, and then put your earplugs in. This is very important.
No, pin your ears back. Pin them back so you have to hear every single painful tone.
Makes me think of Alfred. Put your ears back. Oh. What's wrong? What did I do now?
Like that girl on the Yankee and the Brit page today. She put cushions over her ears.
I know. You hear yourself all right?
I do, unfortunately.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready. 3, 2, 1.
Hit it!
Happy
birthday to you! Twang-a-twang, twang. Happy birthday to you! Twang-a-twang, twang, twang. Happy birthday, Thomas A. Rollins Sr. We'll call him Tar for short. Happy birthday.
Buy your own music to this. This is mine. To you.
Is that better then?
There you go.
There's no way that you could come from my loins.
Yankee and the Brit Friday night, baby. Got it all going on over here. Friday night full of Flava, baby. What's going on? You know, if you don't know by now, Aretha Franklin passed away. Oh, my God, you ought to know. Everybody should know that by now. Anyways, just wouldn't be right if we didn't play a Aretha tune, so let's throw one out there. Chain of Fools. You know, this is a badass tune. That woman, oh, what a voice. I grew up listening to her. All the friends I had back in the day, that's jammed all that cool Motown and all that gospel jamming. I just can't even go on about it. Aretha Franklin, though, man. Baby, kick some soul, girl.
I'm Thomas Allen Rollins Sr., listening to the Yankee and the Brit Show.
Yeah.
Baby, I want your best.
All right. You got the best. Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network on Friday night. Hello, everybody. What's going on? If you haven't wished him happy birthday, Mr. Thomas A. Rollins Sr., man, Georgia guy there, is having his birthday today.
Let's leave the mic on and sing along with this fancy,
you
fancy
can't sing
song.
along with this.
I can.
I'm
cool. I'm cool, so I can do it.
Got a great birthday tune here for you, Thomas. Check it out. Thought you might
Ready?
like this.
Get your guitar. Get your guitar ready.
Little pick-me-up
Pull
for
some
you,
strings.
if you will. Enjoying your day, your moment in the sunshine, if you will. But right now, we have something we haven't had in quite a while. It's the weather report from our man with the plan. He used to be, and probably still is, the greatest in the land.
Oh, he is the greatest in the land.
We call him...
He is Summer!
RTM Radio.
Good evening, Randy and Donna.
Hello, Samo.
Hello, Samo.
Your Bell's Texas area 7-day weather forecast looks like this. Partly cloudy skies this evening, low of 75. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, high of 95, low of 76. Sunday, partly cloudy skies, high of 94, low of 74. Monday, morning showers, then clearing afternoon, high of 92, low of 69. Tuesday, mostly sunny skies, high of 90, low of 68. Wednesday, partly cloudy skies, high of 89, a low of 67. And for Thursday, partly cloudy skies, high of 90, low of 68. Currently outside the RTM radio studios, we still have mostly sunny skies, dew points at 69, cloud cover 20%, and it's 91 degrees with a heat index of 98. From the 107.1 CFM Weather Center in Ormond Beach, I'm Sam O. Now back to the Yankee and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
Thank you, Samo. Yankee and the Brit Friday night. Yes, sir. Dolly Daggers, Jimi Hendrix. A little touch of the 80s for you. Missing Persons, Yankee and the Brit Friday night. Destination Unknown. One of those great old jams from the 80s. I love the 80s, man. I thought that was a good time. The 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and then everything went to hell in a handbasket. And now we're just finally coming around to having some real music again with all these great independent artists we got coming through here. So thankfully, the music is back. That's a nice thing. Anyways, got a request for Cyndi Lauper coming up. But first, I want to throw this at you. I had mentioned on the Facebook Yankee and the Brit page earlier today that we'd gotten some great new folk music in, or bluegrass music in. So thought I'd throw one of these out there for you. This is the Smith Sisters Bluegrass. It's called Come Here, Boy. It's something a little new for us. Good music, though.
Your choice for country music, the RTM Radio Network. Come watch me.
Oh, Hobby Beach Band, Southern Wind,
There's
Yankee and the
something
Brit.
seriously wrong about that song. You know, Joe's Southern Wind blows in, my Southern Wind blows out.
Joe, is Joe here?
I don't know.
He said he might stop by. I was kind of waiting on him.
Oh, no,
Anyways,
I meant Mo Harvey, Joe. His Southern Wind blows in, mine blows out.
Look, you old codgers.
Yeah, you doddering old bastards.
Hope you don't mind if I have a little giggle at your expense. And mine.
Feel free.
And mine.
Thomas, get back here. We
but
need
I'm
to laugh
sitting
at you
here
too.
reading through the chat, following along with everybody's aches and pains, and I got my own, my back and my kidney and my right arm and shoulder. I don't know what the hell I did to that, but every time I just even try to sometimes pull the door open, it makes it hurt. I don't know.
I spent the last 20 minutes trying to get these lot to start dancing.
I'm sitting here watching, and Donna's like, everybody's got to get up and dance and all that, And I see Thomas getting up with his cane, and Stacy Joe hobbling across the floor on a walker, and Jerry and all you guys parading around looking like a bunch of old codgers.
Do you feel a skit coming on for next Friday night?
I see a Bugs Bunny cartoon is what I see. Oh, you guys are too much,
You guys have
man.
told us way too much information in this chat room. Next Friday night, the Yankee and the Brit will have a skit for you guys.
No, we're not getting into that.
Let's do a skit next Friday.
What if we just sing an old codger song for them?
No, let's do a skit. You can be Stacey, I'll be Thomas.
Stacy's like, I'm hobbling. But you guys are just, I don't talk in here a whole lot in the chat, but you guys, I do follow along when I can. You guys are cracking me up.
Carol said she's bobbing.
It makes me think of that movie Cocoon, except everybody's in worse shape. If you guys go jump in a pool somewhere, you might all heal up and get better.
We don't have a healthy body part between us. Not even a toe. I don't think anybody has a. You see, I've got a hurty toe right now. So
you got other problems too with the MS, so it's not like you're pain-free and happy to move around.
I'm in terrible pain today. So all I want to do is take my mind off it. And everybody's moaning in the chat room. So next week, you guys will have a skit, and if you get offended, you might get offended. But we're gonna be having a right good skit at the expense of the chat room doddering old bastards.
Oh, you guys just don't know with my imagination too,
Exactly.
the artist imagination and all. Oh my God, the shit that goes through my head.
That's the best thing about reading stuff in the chat room is because that's all you have is your imagination.
I know, and it certainly works overtime with these guys. Hurdy-gurdy, man.
Now, Jerry's not told us what's the matter with him, so we'll have to make something up, won't we?
I guess.
But I'm sure we're going to have to make a skit up for you guys next week.
You guys are too
And I'm
much.
sure Randy and myself will be included in that skit because we just have as many problems as you guys.
Oh, man. Hang on a minute. Where's your grandpa's cane? Can I use that for a few
You can
minutes?
use my granddad's cane, yes.
Oh, my God.
Throw like a star.
Donovan and the Hurdy-Gurdy Man. Man, is that a classic. Wow. From way back yonder.
I know Randy climbed up in the loft to get that record, and he must have a thing about swinging around and jumping off furniture because he just
Like a
jumped
monkey.
right out of the loft
Like a
and
monkey.
landed on the wardrobe, and he swung on the lampshade, and then he landed down on his chair.
Your imagination's worse than mine is.
Come on, you're supposed to go along with it. This is radio.
Oh.
This is the place where everybody just imagines what you're doing.
It's Imagination Station, the Imagination Theater.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, my video pick of the week last week was Tommy Lee Moffat, This Old Farm. He's a Scottish lad, he is. And you never know it by listening to him sing. Listen to his accent, you can hear it a little bit. You watch some of his videos.
Oh, yeah, and you have that clip by him, don't you? So they can hear him talk.
Do I
He
have
is, he's
that
the
somewhere?
super yank. Can you imagine him with his underpants on his head and a nice big skin-tight suit?
Oh, yeah, I do. That's right. I thought I had that loaded up, too. I do. It's already here, ready to play. Anyways, like I was going to say, Donna seems to be in the mood for a disco song, so I'm going to play one of my favorites. We can
Stacey.
sit over here and carry on like a couple fools that we are.
Stacey has no choice but to dance to this tune.
Don't break
And
your,
you, Jerry.
Don't break your walk or whatever you
We
do.
have a nice big dance floor behind us. Randy's, of course, is going to be swinging around the place. But this dance floor is for you guys to party on.
Hey,
What?
when are we going to use the green screen and I'll dance to the song and we'll put disco scene behind it?
Oh, don't give me ideas.
I know, that'll be the next video of the week.
And Stacey Joe has told me that she's going to be sending us one of these little lighty up disco ball things. We're going to be having way too
I'll
much
hang
fun
that
with
puppy
that.
up right up here over our head.
You know it.
How many times will I bang my
Oh
head
my
on
gosh.
that?
I love lights. You wouldn't believe what I'm like at Christmas. I'm not a fan of Christmas because I'm just not. But I love driving around at Christmas time with all those pretty lights. I just cannot get enough of lights. And Randy's mum, she has some of those lights outside she just has them on all year
Those
round.
are solar-powered little butterflies all over the place. They're all
Yeah.
around the fence around their front yard and everything.
So it looks like we've actually got an aeroplane runway in the yard. But it looks so damn pretty. I cannot get enough of those pretty lights.
You're too much. All right, let's do this. Tommy Lee Moffat.
Look at that. Jerry says he's got his party lights on. Stacey has no choice but to dance. Carol Mojave Beach Band is back. She is going to be dancing to this next tune.
This one or the disco one?
The disco one.
Well, that's not next. If you'd listen to anything I say.
I'm not paying attention.
You're broke, I know.
I'm raising the imagination.
You're so bloody skint you can't even pay attention. All right. Tommy Lee Moffat. This is the one I picked for the video of the week last week. Check it out.
You are listening to Yanki and the Brit radio show, or it's on the wireless, for real country music. This is Tommy Lee Moffat, country singer-songwriter and Scottish person. Thank you very much. Better than being English, isn't it, Donna?
Sitting on the back porch, sipping on a cool iced tea. The night air so peaceful, just you and the kids and me. Sitting on this porch wing, watching that old sun go down. And way off on the horizon, below the lights of town. And this old farm that we live on, it ain't much, but it's full. They got lots of space around us so we can watch your family grow. And you work hard beside me so we can try to make ends meet. When times get hard and I get down, one look from you is all I need. It's ours by choice. We ain't like them city folks with all their newfangled toys. We work hard from dawn till dusk, trying to get the farm to pay. And when we show a little profit, Uncle Sam hauls it away. This old farm that we live on, it ain't much, but it's home. We got lots of space around us, so we can watch your family grow. And you work hard beside me, so we can try to make ends meet. When times get hard and I get down, is all I need. Yeah, when times get hard and I get down, I just thank God that you're with me.
Tommy Lee Moffitt and This Old Farm, my video pick of the week from last week. Very good stuff. I have the video pick of the week from this past week, or a couple days ago, however you want to look at it. Filthy Truckers, never forget, got that coming up. No, that was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What the hell did we do the other day?
You did.
Forgot already.
You just said you did, Thomas. You did, Tommy. You did. Bloody hell!
I know.
What's making me forget everything?
I don't know. It doesn't matter at the moment. Donna decided it was time for a disco song. So, in order to get you old codgers up out of your wheelchairs, thought we'd throw this out there at you. Never forget Filthy Truckers. Yanki and Brit, Friday night.
What are you doing playing with my button? Press my button again.
As Nixon used to say, let me make one thing perfectly clear.
Perfectly.
I don't know exactly what Carol's getting at, or if there was something, why she asked a question about playing certain songs and stuff. I don't know what anybody else does. You know, on most radio stations, now we're talking terrestrial. I don't know about independents, and a lot of them are run the same way as what they call terrestrial stations now, which is real radio or FM or AM or whatever you want to call it. They're formatted, so they play a certain amount of songs. This is one reason why it's hard for independents to get their music onto, radio stations, if you will. Not internet radio stations. And from now on, when I say radio stations, I mean not internet. Otherwise, I'll say internet, I guess. But independent artists have such a hard time getting their music on radio stations because nobody's heard of them. They don't do things like they used to. Way back in the day, even when I was in radio in the early 80s, you could go into a place and you could say, I got a song, and you could ask the DJ to play it. Now, the problem was a lot of DJs would say, yeah, I'll play it, but you got to give me, $10, $50, whatever it was, and that's called payola, and that's illegal. You can't do that. But there was a lot of jocks and radio station people that thought, wow, great new tune, let's play it. And that's how people got out there, okay? This is where we stand. Anybody that sends us music, we will play it at least once without question. Because this is what I want to do for people. This is, Donna and I have talked about this a million times. This is what we do. We want independent artists to come here with their music, and we will be more than glad to play it, whether it sounds good or it sounds bad. It's not for us to decide if it sounds good or bad. Now, if I like it, of course I'm going to play it more, and I'm doing that for myself. But, you know, we are constantly asking people for requests. Well, if you don't request, we don't know to play it. So I just play off of this. We have a gigantic list of independent artists now. This music is just coming in left and right. And we can't keep up with it. We have so much.
Mrs. Bradley.
Oh, come on. Right now. Hello?
No, you are live on the Yankee and the Brit show.
No, she's not. You didn't hit the button. See what that says?
I will.
Unbelievable. Right in the middle of me talking.
All right, then. Good night. Bye.
Can I continue now?
You may continue.
Pop's not dead?
Pop's not dead.
Mom's not dead.
Mom's not dead.
Okay. Then why didn't you just hang up while I was in the middle of something important? Really? So we are here to play any independent artist's music. That's what we're here for. This is what we do. This is what we want to do. We chose to do this. We found a direction finally after 6 or 7 years that I've been doing this. And Donna came on board, and we've just been trying to find a direction, and I think this is it for now anyways. But if you don't ask, we don't play it. You know, if you ask, I play it. I don't question that. Now, granted, a lot of you come in here and ask for your own music. A lot of you don't. You know, there's artists that come in here and listen to the show, and I'll play their music because they're here, and I know they enjoy hearing their music on the radio, and I don't blame them, because I would be tickled to death if I turned on a radio somewhere and heard my music being played. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know I do that. That just goes for you too, Carol. I mean, you ask for your songs from Mojave Beach Band. I'm more than glad to play them. They're good songs. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we're here to play and support the independent artists. But the downside is we can't do it if people don't share our page and go out and tell people about us. You know, we pay to do this show. We don't ask for donations. We don't want sponsors. I don't want sponsors, and Donna agrees with me. We don't want sponsors because we don't want anybody telling us what we can play and what we can't play. You know, we're the music director. We're the program director. We are everything. We're the DJs. You name it. We do it all. But if people don't share our page, and I don't mean just click share on Facebook and share the page. I mean, you know, talk about us and say, hey, these guys play your music. They will play your music. They enjoy playing your music. This is what they do, is play your music. But see, the next step where the problem is the artists do not share our page. You know, we make T-shirts. We have made T-shirts for a lot of different artists. Nobody asks us anymore because we don't push it because, you know, it's like a shameless plug, and we shouldn't have to do that. We once in a while we'll mention it because we need people to know. That's how we make our living. That's how we support this. Making T-shirts for people. But we can't make every kind of T-shirt that anybody wants. We just don't have the ability to do that. We don't have that kind of equipment. We're kind of old-fashioned in that respect. But if you go on our site, you can see some of the stuff we make. But if the artist does not, when we make posters for these people that are going to be on the show with us every weekend,
a lot of people don't share it, so nobody knows.
If the artist does not share that poster and does not keep sharing it over and over and over till people get sick of seeing it, nobody comes and listens. Nobody knows they're here.
So we get the same people in the chat room, which we love you all in the chat room.
And I'm not saying, wait a minute, I'm not saying you
people
are nobody. I don't mean that. I know you all got brains. You can sort out, you can read between the lines. I'm not saying you're nobodies. What I'm saying is like the artists, you know. They come in, they're more than glad to come on the show and talk to us, you know, and Donna sits here for I don't know how many hours at a time, dicing these things up, cleaning them up, puts them out there for everybody to listen to, and then people do listen to them. I'm not saying that. But there would be more, and we could do better, And we could, and like the little post you may have seen that I put on the Yanki and the Brit page the other day. If you don't want to play along with us, go somewhere else, really. Don't just come into the page, drop your music or drop something in there, and then disappear. Don't talk, if you're not going to say hi, and you're not going to tell us who you are and what you're all about, I don't want you here because we all are a team, every single one of us. The listener, without the listener, the artists have nothing. Most of them know that. Some don't want to admit it, some don't think about it, so it doesn't sink in, until later on down the road when all of a sudden nobody's listening, and it's like, why? Well, you're not giving your listeners the due. Without them, you got zero, But everybody has to share everything. This is what we're all about. Again, I'll let you talk in a second. Let me just get this off my mind before I forget. It takes everybody, But you can't just share the page. Like I said, I know I'm repeating myself again, but you can't just click share and call it a day. That doesn't say anything to anybody. To most people, that's another post they don't want to see. You have to give them a reason. There has to be something that says something there. You got to check these guys out. And if it's not us, I don't care. If you have another radio station or internet station that's your favorite, fine. But when you share something, you have to say something about that, why you're sharing it. I see Donna and I can't stand half the crap that people share, They share so much garbage. People post and share all this fake news and all this shit that they don't even know what they're talking about. And they, somebody will share something and say, oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. And I'll go search some of it and I'll look it up and it's like, how can it be terrible? It's not even happened. You're making a big stink over something you don't know anything about.
But they won't share something that's real,
but they won't. Yeah, they won't share something important. The important things are more important than stupid fake news. And if you're not smart enough to look at an article and say, "Oh, come on, really?" then you're like the rest of them. Then go somewhere else because
But we don't have a problem with you guys posting your music on our page. We've never had a problem with that. What we have a problem with is the people that come in there that we've never ever heard of. They've never introduced themselves to us. They just post a link and leave. And then I've seen some of you guys commenting and saying, "Oh, I love this tune. That's a nice tune." And the person
doesn't even tell us who they are. Doesn't say hi. Doesn't say thank you to you guys or nothing.
Yeah, they don't reply to their listeners, to our listeners. And I find that to be rude. They come on our page. And they don't even have a second to reply to the people that are putting them in the place where they are.
And we're not doing rude. We're not doing that bullshit.
No.
I'm not having it because, like Donna said, we're just not putting up with that rude shit. We don't need it. There's plenty of that out there. There's plenty of rude people. There's plenty of retarded news. There's plenty of stupid news. There's plenty of death and destruction and guns and school shootings. And go somewhere else for that shit. We're not hiding from it. We know about it. But I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to preach about it. Oh, there was another shooting in the school today. Can you believe that? That news is everywhere.
The sad part about it is sometimes I think that the way that we put ourselves across in this particular subject is that we frighten people off from the ones that should be posting. We frighten them off too from posting,
Yeah, because they just some reason they can't seem to sort themselves from the other ones. I don't know if it's guilty conscience or what it is.
But yeah, it's the rudeness that we can't stand. If you when they haven't got a second to reply to the people that are listening to them, it makes me think that they are literally just highlighting a load of pages that they're going to dump a link on. I'll select 7 or 8 pages, the Yanki and the Brit page, internet radio page, blah 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 blah, send, and that's them done for the day.
Somebody a couple days ago started posting some music in there, and Donna and I both, Donna especially, asked him, says, "Why don't you tell us who you are and what you're all about?" Guy never said a friggin' word, nothing. And I said, you know what? I'm not even pissing with these fucking people. And I hit delete, and I got rid of him and blocked him and got rid of his posts and got rid of everything. Because if you can't talk to us, and God blessed well that the guy was right there not long, because I did it not more than a few minutes after his post. And Donna asked him. Now, if you're that fast, you go in there and you post something on somebody's page and you disappear and we comment and that post doesn't show up on your page, I can't imagine anybody getting up and walking away from the computer. I know damn well you're fucking sitting there. And if you don't see that and you don't respond, I'm not waiting around for you. We waited 15 or 20 minutes, never heard nothing. I said, I'm not doing it. We don't need this fucking bullshit. We don't need the negativity. He's out of here. Gone. And I don't say nothing. I don't bitch. We just move on. You would not believe the stuff we delete off that page I'm just not putting up with the bullshit. We don't need it. All our listeners come in, they're happy, we all joke, we all carry on. This is what we want. We want everybody to have a good time. We want you to enjoy the music. You know, Donna and I don't do countdowns because we just don't like the way they're done, you know. You ask somebody to vote, and they vote with 15 different emails, but it's one person, you know, or they vote with 15 different names, and it's one person.
5 times an hour.
Not any good. Not working on my boat, you know, because then that means I got to sit here and I got to read through a gazillion posts and find out that one person did them all, so that's basically comes down to one vote in my book. If the same person does it 10 times, that's one vote. That's not 10 votes. And I'm not going to sit here and do that. So if people don't want to play fair and they don't want to, you know, do things like an adult, we don't want nothing to do with them. It doesn't get any easier than that, you know, but it takes all of us. You got to share. You got to tell people. You have to say why. You have to tell people why they need to listen. You know, we constantly make little videos and the video pick of the week, and Donna does her schedule update every week or so, and it's just, you know.
I'm going on a billboard this week, by the way, people. You are going to see me up on a highway billboard.
Now, what gets me about some of this now is the fact, I'm on a rant. What gets me about some of this stuff is we get a lot of views on some of that stuff. But yet nobody's coming to the show, nobody's listening, nobody's saying anything. So what the hell is happening? Why are all these people looking, but nobody's like, wow, they got some good music over there. Oh, let's go check it out. You know, we know how many people come and go to this show, but we don't see a lot of it. So I don't understand what the problem is. And yet I see Donna and I, and when I say I see, that means both of us, because we both talk about everything. I don't do too much without asking her because the input's important. You know, she's right 99% of the time about a lot of stuff, and I'm just blowing my top. So I do listen to her regardless. But we've seen other stations and stuff. They fight and they argue in the chat. They bash each other. We've had people come on this show and bash us. Then they go out and talk about us on other pages and stuff, how bad we are and blah, blah, blah. And they don't like us because we booted them out. That's why they don't like us. Well, if you weren't in here being an asshole, you wouldn't have got the boot. But, you know, then they go out and talk behind your back. But we see these other stations doing all this stupid shit, and we're not going to be part of it. We don't do, we don't do countdowns because they're so bogus. And yet you'll see these other ones, the same person. If you go in there and you look at some of those votes, the same person will vote, like I was saying, a gazillion friggin' times. It's ridiculous. They have, you know, Donna and I have cleaned up our mouths quite a bit compared to what we used to be. But you'll go in there, you'll hear them cussing and swearing, and that's a younger crowd. We're not that younger crowd, you know. You guys with your wheelchairs and your walkers and hobbling around the room and all that stuff, you know, us with our aches and pains and everything, that's who we are. We love music. That's why you're here. If you're here just to hear yourself sing, no, that ain't getting it. We're here because we like the music, and that's why we do this independent thing, because we get so much new music and meet so many nice people. And then the songs, you know, the music sorts itself out. But like I said, if you want to hear something, you have to ask. I don't know what you want to hear. I really don't know. I can sit here and pick all the songs that I think are great on here, and you may not like one single one of those songs. And you may like them all. And it seems everybody likes all the ones I pick, but your guys' input is just as important as what I think. Because you may say you like some of these songs that I play that I can't stand. But you might like them. But if you don't tell us, we don't know. You know, and we have Facebook, we have email, we have a phone number. You guys have all that stuff, and you know how to find it. But if you don't say something and you don't tell people about it, how does anybody know? You know, and this is for the independent artists themselves, too, the same exact speech I'm giving. You know, if they don't promote themselves, like I was saying about the T-shirt thing, we got one guy, he's going to be coming back on the show, no names, but we do shirts for him, and he's a very popular guy. We haven't sold a shirt for him in I don't know how long because his fan club and him and all the others don't promote. They don't say anything about his shirts.
They don't know that they're there.
We have one to do this week that we haven't had one for months before that. And it's only because Donna posted a post up that somebody bought one. They didn't even know he had shirts. You know, and that's sad because the artist wants to keep his name out there and he wants to be known and he wants to get famous and he wants to be important. But if you don't promote yourself, you know, he puts his songs out there all the time. Everybody loves his music. But they don't know anything else about the guy, so he's not getting, look at all the support he could get if he just, and he's got a fan club and somebody that runs it. They could be putting that shirt ad out there every week, once or twice a week, 3 times a week. I know there's such a thing as overkill, and you don't want to overdo it, because I get sick of seeing the same ad all the time.
Yeah, if you
over and
overkill,
over.
then people will just click hide all by this person.
But once at the beginning of the week, once on the weekend, that's enough to get it out there and keep it out there. This guy's got shirts, people tell people. Word of mouth, still the best advertisement there is. But if people don't promote themselves and their listeners, the listeners promote their favorite artists. They do, because I see the post. Oh, you got to listen to this. This guy's great. But, sometimes we sit here and there's times we sit here and we think we're going to quit.
That's another thing about those voting systems. Why I don't think that the fair is also because when people will say, hey, go and vote for me. I saw it this week, Ethan Wayne, great guy, great music. We just love it. We just love the bones of him here. But we saw his thing this week, go vote for me. Well, when someone says, hey, can you go vote for me? That is exactly what they go and do. They don't spend 20 or 30 or 40 minutes listening to the big, huge list of other people, other competitors. You are on Ethan Wayne's music page because you like Ethan Wayne, and the chances are if he said, hey, go vote for me, you're going to, they're going to go and vote for him. So that's why, another reason why I don't like those voting systems, because it's all. I initially thought to myself, well, they're very, very unfair the way that they're done. But I thought, well, maybe it's getting people's names out there. Maybe it's people seeing their names in that big list. But what is the point if people are not going to spend that few minutes just to check the other competitors out? Sometimes about 50 or 60 of them. You can't spend, all of your day checking out each and every one of those competitors just to make sure that you got the right one. You're going to click on Ethan Wayne. But yeah, some of them have vote up to 5 times an hour. A lot of people have more than one Facebook page, or just the one. But still, if you vote 5 times an hour for 12 hours a day, that's probably 70 or 80 votes compared to someone that might go and vote for Donna Joe on the way to work, vote once, and that might be the only vote that they ever do, because that's how it should be done, That's how a lot of people still believe it should be done, is vote for someone and then get on with your day. But all this 5 times an hour bullshit, what chance does someone like Donna Joe, for example, stand if someone's going and voting for someone else 5 times an hour out of pure loyalty?
Instead of because they like the music.
Yeah, I mean, I know somebody that's up there, quite high up in the charts, and I'm not mentioning any names because I just think that's just being an arsehole. But, I know full well that person doesn't deserve to be up there in that chart. It's not because they are a bad person, but I just don't think that their music is up to scratch when compared to all the other amazing artists out there. But they
won an award too.
Yeah, they won an award
because of votes, not because the music was good. Because the music's terrible.
And if these votes are actually pushing these people into the country artist charts, if this could end up being our new generation of country music, this is what your votes are doing. Am I making any sense here? Any? No. But I do hope that these voting systems are not pushing people either way into the charts, because then it's really, really going to end up shit.
Well, it all comes down in, as far as that goes, I understand exactly what you mean. But when you get to the end product, you get out there where somebody might, get voted all these times. So what? The end product is, will they get a contract? Will they get famous? Will they become something? They may win a little prize by getting voted on some simple station somewhere. But in the end, they're going to pay the price for all that dicking around. People aren't going to buy their music because it stinks. Reality will set in eventually. But in the meantime, all the people that do have good music and stuff are suffering. They're paying the price. The ones that work for it.
Yeah, exactly.
The ones that earn it. But it just irritates the hell out of me sometimes. Just how complicated it is to get people to be nice. What the hell happened? Used to be such a great country. Everybody supported each other and took care of each other and patted you on the back and stopped and said hello on the street.
This is not to say.
Gone.
This is not to say that we are experts in any way. I am
no,
not.
We're just telling them we're telling it the way we see it.
Yeah, I know that. I know that there's certain people that can't even string a note together, and they shouldn't be up there. And it makes me think, who the hell is voting for them? Are they clicking on a vote because someone sent them an inbox message saying, hey, go and vote for me, without even listening to them? I just don't know what's going off. It's just crazy. I don't understand it. So whenever anybody sends me a message saying, hey, go vote for me, I say, no, I'm not voting. I'm sorry. And if they want to know why, I tell them exactly why.
I got to turn the AC back on. The dog is sweating.
That you mean you're nuts?
I have to turn it off when we get into
But
one
quickly
of these.
back to Carol's question, just 1 second. Carol said something about, should the song be played just because someone said
that's what I was saying about formatting. Most radio stations are formatted, so they're going to play a list.
We don't even get a choice of what we listen to. You turn on the radio, you don't get a choice of what you're listening to. If there's a chance you can request a song, you might get that song, but the rest of it's all repeated stuff, that you hear 20 times a day, every day.
That's what makes those songs famous. They're drilled into your head. You're going to like this. You're going to like this. You're going to like it. Whether you like it or not, you're going to like it. And eventually you get to like it because you hear it so often.
Yeah, but it all boils down to the same thing, whether you're listening to us or whether you're listening to real radio, so to speak, is that if you don't like it, change the channel. If you think we're whinging and moaning and bitching too much, turn us off. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, there's a million places to listen to. It doesn't
just
have
like
to be
the TV
here.
channel. You don't like it, change the channel. And it's the same whether it's our radio station or whether it's, the real radio.
But again, just to recap, we're here to promote the artists and to play their music. And like I said, we'll play anybody's music at least once, maybe twice, whatever. But that's what we're here for. And we just get such a kick out of all the music that's coming in now. And it's coming in from all over the place. And maybe that's one problem. Maybe we play too much of a variety because, like on Sunday, I play all the songs that aren't country songs and try to throw those in there and get those out there so people can at least hear them once or twice. There's just so much that we can only do so much, and we only have the weekend, and we weren't even going to do Sundays, but we just have so much. Sundays are more or less becoming a regular thing because we work all week, and on Sunday, that's my day, supposedly, to be outside or, when the weather starts getting cooler, to work in the house and get this stuff done. I mean, so, but like I said, we pay for everything. We pay for the electric, the insurance on the house. We pay for all this stuff in order to do this, and we don't ask for anything in return but you to tell people who we are and why we're here and what we do, and, that's it. That's our payment. We're happy with that.
On a happy note, Did you hear that song that I posted up today for Jerry? Jerry is Jerry Lee Willis.
The Michael Jackson one?
Yeah, Jerry Lee Willis asked me to post up today in the Yankee and the Brit page. And it was Michael Jackson song. I think it was Students. I'm not 100% sure. He didn't say exactly what it was. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very well
So
done.
anyway, they're trying to get like 1 million views. We posted the song on the Yankee and the Brit page. If you like it, share it. Because it is awesome, And I said, tagged Randy's name in and said, I know you're going to like this. Because he just loves watching the artists doing what they do.
Watching those kids sing and Michael Jackson music, hell yeah. I mean, I'm the same age as Michael Jackson. I just grew up with him. I watched him from when we were little kids till he grew up. Danced to his music in grade school and middle school and at the disco. And, oh, my God, the guy's been around forever. It's a shame he's gone. But, had a blast with that. Yeah, that was fantastic.
He's one of those artists that people like of my generations like probably two or three generations below me, and Randy's 21 years older than me, and people of his age and people even older than Randy.
Let's keep it at 20 years older.
No Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's gone through so many generations. So, I like artists like that.
All right, I got to go. We got to play some music, and I got to turn that air back on. It's getting hotter now.
Yeah.
Yankee and the Brit's the place to be. Radio living is the life for me. Airwaves spreading out so far and wide. Keep your FM, just give me that internet side.
Online is where I'd rather stay. I've got a lot of music to play. I just adore a Yankee view. Darling, I love you, but give me a show to do.
The Chat.
The Brats.
On air.
That's fair.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, British life.
The Yankee and the Brit on air.